Hey guys, what's up? We're back, Sonia and Sandra, with another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. We're in a new month. We're in the month of March, and we decided that we would uh, do some movies with a theme because we did that last month. So March's theme is all about documentaries. So we're gonna watch a few horror documentaries or documentaries of people in horror too, right? So today's episode, we are discussing Pennywise, the story of it. So, as you can tell from the title, this is all about the 1990 miniseries that was adapted from Stephen King's book It, and it tells the story of uh, Pennywise, the dancing clown. And this was made in 2021. And so we're going to start, I think, now, as always, with our first reaction to the movie. All right, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, one, two, three. I knew it.
This
So
is
this,
so good.
it was so good. So I have a feeling that this is gonna be a common rating this whole month because I love a good documentary, and if it's about a good story, even better. And this is a great story. So it this is a little over 2 hours, the documentary, and it really like if you've seen not only have you seen the movie, but if you saw it when it first came out, like we did, and you remember it from when it first came out, it's even better, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So it's great because they have interviews with all the child actors, well, most of the child actors because some not around anymore, but the child actors, the grown actors, Tim Curry, the directors, the producer, like pretty much everyone you could think of that was involved in this miniseries is on this documentary talking about their experience with it and the cast, like how they were cast
Yeah.
and
Behind
I
the
just
scenes stuff. It was really cool to
they
see.
have a bunch of behind the scenes
I didn't even think that
pictures and stuff.
I
Yeah.
don't even think that I knew that this documentary existed until a little while ago.
I didn't either.
And I was like, I can't believe this came out, like 2 years ago. I
Yeah.
totally would have seen it already, but I thought it was cool. Very cool to see all the behind the scenes. And again, like you said, like we saw the movie when it came out. We actually saw it on TV when it came out. So it was cool to see the videos from back in the day of
Yeah.
the actors, like behind the scenes, prepping for scenes, and the pictures of them on set and things like that.
And
Um,
talking about how they were feeling and
yeah,
what was actually going on at that time. Like
yeah,
it was cool.
it was really cool. A couple things I that from the documentary that I took that I didn't know. I thought I know a lot of stuff about this movie, but a couple things that I didn't know, right? So obviously everybody knows that Pennywise was played by Tim Curry, right? Excellent portrayal. But
Yes.
they had some people, um, you know, not chosen, but they had some ideas of other actors to play Pennywise before Tim Curry, right? So Harvey Firestein, right?
Yeah.
It said Harvey Firestein, Roddy McDowell, Malcolm McDowell, and even Alice Cooper was name was thrown in.
Yeah.
Imagine if the movie was made with that either one of them as Pennywise. Like I don't know how that would go.
I know it's crazy to
Um,
think that.
yeah, it's crazy to think to have this movie without Tim Curry in it. I don't think at first they knew what like the gem that they had in him, and they realized it like later on or
Yeah.
during the filming, I think, and then later on as it became like even more popular and things like that. So I thought that was really cool. And I like when they were talking about that they had, the kids and the in the movie. They call themselves a losers club, right? And I
Yeah.
like they had in the on the set, they had a Lucky Seven camp, right? Where the younger actors could
Oh
interact with
yeah.
older actors with their adult
That
counterparts,
played
and
right.
they would try so they can be around each other and kind of study each other's kind of mannerisms and things like that, so they can portray it better on the screen.
Right.
So they had their own little quirks and things that they would each do to make us as a viewer believe, like, oh yeah, that kid grew up to be this guy.
So when the kid, yeah, so when the kid in the movie did a certain thing, and then in the part two, when they had the adults, that adult that was the kid still had the same little quirks.
Right.
Yeah,
So I think that was really
I
cool
like that too.
that they did that. And I also didn't know that this movie actually won an Emmy.
Oh
So,
yeah, one I mean for
so there
music
was
for
a
the best score.
won an Emmy for outstanding achievement in music composition for a miniseries or special. I had no
Yeah, I
idea.
didn't know that either.
I thought that's cool. It won an Emmy. That's,
That's amazing.
you know, so that's cool. I thought that was really cool. But I really love this documentary, and I kind of like that it was a documentary only on the original movie,
Yeah,
not the new one that came out, because it would have taken away from all that nostalgia and stuff like
yeah.
that. And at the end, they showed how the movie has gained so much popularity even over the
Like
years,
it's become such a cult classic.
at conventions, and just with people. Everybody knows who Pennywise is. Everybody knows who Georgie is, and you see people dressed up in conventions all the time as the characters from it. And this
Yeah,
movie came out, like, years ago. So it was cool that they showed that part of it too. And I like that there was all these people, like all the behind the scenes people, producers and things like that. How they were talking about the movie while they were there,
right.
what they saw when they were there.
And the special effects
And
people
special
and
effects people, yeah, and they were talking about how the kids used to, like, act up and do pranks and on a set, and they were getting kind of annoying, and they had to
yeah, they
talk
have to kind of keep them in check.
give them like a talking to and say, like, you can't do that. This is a professional setting. You have to, like,
Yeah,
tell them and everything. But I thought it was kind of funny, all that
because
stuff.
they were working, but they were still like 12, 13-year olds, 14-year olds,
Yeah.
like, and it was like seven of them, and they're just hanging out, and they're like trying to have fun, and you know
Yeah, so that was cool. That I like to see that part, and the older kid actors now that they were in the documentary
yeah,
talking about that. So I like their experience, firsthand experience on that. So I thought that was cool to see. But yeah, this was totally
it was
great.
excellent. It was
Yeah,
excellent. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It was an excellent documentary, especially if you're a fan of it and Pennywise. You definitely have to see it. It was awesome.
yeah.
It was awesome.
Well,
All right.
it's streaming on Tubi, so you can check
Yeah.
it out for
Yes.
yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you let us know what you think of the video in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel, please. We are part of the Horror Flick Chicks, and you can find our page, the Horror Flick Chicks, on YouTube. And we also have a Instagram and Facebook, so you can check us out there. Follow us, and you can send us a note, send us a message, tell us how wonderful you think we are. And we'll be back next week for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. Until then, I'm Sonia, and I'll speak for my sister Sandra too. And we'll say we're signing out. Until next time.
Hi
Bye.
guys.